Welcome back. Well, imagine this for a moment, having an entire day of your life without any clean water. Believe it or not, for 780 million people around the world right now, that unfortunately is a reality. So one little girl got inspired about that and said, hey, you know what? I'm going to go out and make a difference and make a change. And that is Sawyer Anderson. She's actually written her own book. She's 10 years old, so she is doing some really phenomenal things, and it's great to have you here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So you're 10. First off, congratulations. I mean, putting a book together is incredible in and of itself. The fact you did it at age 10 is phenomenal. But what inspired you to go, gosh, you know what, I need to write a book?
Well, my dad went to Africa, and he came back, and he told me stories. And I was like, this isn't good. Like, I need to do something.
But so what kind of stories did he tell you that had you say that?
Oh, yeah, the story of Brian. He's actually the same age as me. He's 10 years old, and he went to the well with his little sister, and she drowned. The next year he came back, and a puff adder, it's kind of like a cobra, it's a snake, bit his arm, and he had to have it amputated. And
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So they went to a water well and his sister drowned?
Exactly, because they can't swim.
That's horrible.
And it's tiny, but it's horrible.
No wonder you were inspired. So you heard the story, and then you did what? Thought what?
I should sell cookies and pop in my grandma's garage sale. And I was like, my grandma's garage sale is coming up. How perfect is that? And I sold it, and my initial reaction to how much I got was super, like, I was like, what? I got 188, and my goal was 50, because that is clean water for one person for life. $50 is. And I got way more than just one life. So I was on a roll. We posted it on Facebook. And then I partnered with my church, Hope Lutheran, to make these bags.
I love that.
They're really colorful, like my outfit. They're called Shitenge bags. And the Shitenge bag, well, Shitenge, of course, is a wax fabric that they use in Africa for head wraps, dresses, blankets, pretty much everything.
I did not know that, so thank you.
You're welcome. It's a fact that not a lot of people know. It's not very important, but, you know, it's a fact.
It's important to them, so yeah.
Exactly. And then, so we made them, and the children's ministry, they all designed the bags and sold them, and then the quilters, they sewed them. So that was going around, and then...
so now you're selling these to help
now I'm selling these.
Raise money for water wells, right? Or for water, I should say.
And then Wellspring and World Vision, the organizations I was working with, they asked me to speak, sew, and design my own bag for the Wine to Water event. And that sold for $6,000.
What?
Yes.
That's a lot of water.
Exactly. It's almost a well when they match it and triple match it.
Dang,
it's
good
like,
for you.
It is a well.
So help me understand, the $50 you said gives water for life. How? What do you mean specifically?
Well, $50 gets like matched and triple matched, and it's, well, yeah, and then becomes water for life. Or
because I've now built
like
a well for them, or am I, like the $50 builds a well for them, so now they can go and get this water indefinitely? That's what Pops is saying? Okay. Now let's talk about your book.
15,000 builds a well, 300 can live with that.
Let's talk about your book and what you wrote about and the story and...
Okay, so how I got from bags to books is kind of confusing because I got interviewed a lot of places, and then I went to the Jeremiah program with some bags that people bought, but they just donated the money, and they're like, you keep the bags. We just did it for the purpose. So I brought them to the Jeremiah program to drop them off, and they said, no, you need to like give them to this, during this graduation thing. And I'm like, okay. So the mothers go through this graduation thing, and I really didn't understand it. And then when it came to the day, this nice lady, Koya, she was like, hey, how about we partner with each other because I have this other business. And I'm like, what could this be about? And ended up, she wanted me to write a book. And I was like, can I illustrate it at least? And she said, sure. So that's just how the book came around.
Congratulations. And now you're selling these to obviously get more water.
Yes.
And you're selling them for how much, and how do people get them?
I'm selling them for $9.99 or $10, I guess if you want a penny back, but $10. During my bag sales and my book sales, I had this important piece to selling them called an elevator pitch. And if you haven't heard what an elevator pitch is, it's pretty much a business pitch in the short time you're in an elevator.
Do you want to stand up and do this? Because I know you did that before. Can we do that, guys?
Sure.
Can we allow her to stand up and do her elevator
Okay.
pitch? Because I've seen this once, and it's very impressive. So we're going to get a close-up on this camera, so you can look right into this camera when you're ready. Let them get it set up, and then you can do your elevator pitch. You ready?
Okay. One book, one life, save a life with every book that's an offer you can't refuse. So buy a book and save a life. $9.99, jazz hands. Exactly.
Did you come up with that on your own, or did your dad help you with that?
I came up with that because like my dad had this friend named Alex, and he was a fan of The Godfather, and my dad was like, give it an offer he can't refuse, and I was like, I know, Luca Brasi.
Do you want to call me a particular name right now based on some recent media cover? I'm going to leave that one alone. All right, so how can people get your book?
It's at Melberg's, Zanbros, and of course on my website.
Which is what?
waterworksSEA.com.
All right, so check out the website, get some books, help change lives. If you're a corporation out there, buy a bunch of books. You can donate them, but make a difference. Again, 780 million people across the globe going a day without clean water. And the story about, what was his name, Jonathan? The brother that lost his daughter or sister?
Brian.
Brian, that was just
And
like,
he's
oh
the
my
same
gosh.
age as me.
Yeah.
And there were so many other stories that were like this.
All right, next time I'm off, you're going to sub for me, okay? All right, stick around. We got much more coming up right after this.